Welcome to Real Deep Understanding, where we break down books that challenge our thinking and help us live more meaningful, productive lives. Today we're diving into The War of Art by Steven Pressfield, a book about overcoming resistance, unlocking creativity, and doing the work we are meant to do. Have you ever had a dream, a goal, or a creative project that you kept putting off? Maybe you wanted to write a book, start a business, or get in shape, but something always got in the way. That something is what Pressfield calls resistance, and in The War of Art, he explains how it works, how it sabotages us, and, most importantly, how to defeat it. If you've struggled with procrastination, self-doubt, or fear of failure, this book is a powerful guide to pushing through and unleashing your creative potential. Let's explore the key lessons from The War of Art and learn how to conquer resistance once and for all. Chapter 1. Understanding resistance. Pressfield introduces resistance as the invisible force that prevents us from doing meaningful work. It's that voice in your head that says, "Start tomorrow," or "Who do you think you are?" It shows up as procrastination, self-doubt, fear, distraction, and even self-sabotage. Resistance is universal. Every creative person, entrepreneur, athlete, and leader faces it. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent, it's the ability to overcome resistance and show up consistently. Pressfield describes resistance as deceptive and insidious. It will take any form to stop us: excuses, rationalizations, or even self-destructive behaviors like addiction or perfectionism. The key to beating resistance is to recognize it for what it is: an enemy that thrives on fear. A major takeaway here is that if you feel resistance towards something, it's a sign that it's important to you. The bigger the resistance, the more significant the work. That means fear is actually a compass. It points toward what we are meant to do. Chapter 2. The Professional versus the Amateur. Pressfield divides people into two categories: amateurs and professionals. Amateurs dabble in their passions when they feel like it. They wait for inspiration, give in to distractions, and let fear dictate their actions. Professionals show up every day, whether they feel like it or not. They treat their craft seriously, accept rejection, and put in the work regardless of external validation. Pressfield argues that turning pro is a mindset shift. It means committing to your craft, your dreams, and your goals, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you don't see immediate results. A professional shows up every day, puts in the work consistently, does not wait for inspiration, treats their craft with seriousness and respect, does not take failure personally. This shift in mindset is what separates those who finish projects from those who spend years talking about them. If you want to write, write every day. If you want to be an entrepreneur, work on your business every day. The act of showing up is what makes you a professional. Chapter 3. Overcoming fear and doubt. Fear is resistance's greatest weapon. The fear of failure, the fear of success, the fear of being judged. All of these paralyze us. But Pressfield teaches that fear is a good sign. If something scares you, it means it's worth pursuing. He offers a powerful mindset shift. Instead of fearing failure, fear not trying at all. Regret is far worse than any failure. Failure is feedback, but inaction is a slow death of potential. Another trick resistance uses is self-doubt. We tell ourselves, "I'm not good enough," or "I don't have what it takes." But Pressfield reminds us that every great artist, writer, and creator felt the same way. The difference? They did the work anyway. A powerful exercise. Write down the thing you've been avoiding due to fear. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Then ask, what's the best that could happen? You'll realize that the cost of not trying is far greater than the risk of failing. Chapter 4. The Muse and Creative Inspiration. Pressfield introduces an ancient idea, the muse. He believes that creativity isn't entirely our own. It's something we tap into, something that flows through us when we show up and do the work. Inspiration isn't something we wait for. It comes when we do the work consistently. When you sit down to write, ideas come. When you pick up the paintbrush, creativity flows. But if you sit around waiting for inspiration, it rarely arrives. Pressfield suggests a ritual. Show up at the same time every day. Treat your creative work as a sacred practice. Invite the muse by putting in effort, not by waiting passively. Many artists and creators, from Beethoven to Hemingway, had strict routines. They didn't rely on motivation, they relied on discipline. And as a result, inspiration came regularly. Chapter 5. Turning pro in everyday life. Pressfield expands the idea of turning pro beyond creative work. He argues that the principles of overcoming resistance apply to every aspect of life: fitness, relationships, personal growth, and leadership. Becoming a pro in life means prioritizing health and well-being, keeping commitments, developing discipline and resilience, facing discomfort instead of avoiding it. Many people dream of becoming successful but don't want to put in the unseen hours of effort. They want the rewards without the struggle. But pros embrace the grind. They know that progress comes from daily effort, not occasional bursts of motivation. If you want a better life, you must turn pro in everything you do. Your habits, your mindset, your work ethic. Chapter 6. The war never ends, but you get stronger. Resistance never disappears. Even the greatest artists, entrepreneurs, and athletes still battle doubt, fear, and procrastination. The difference is that they've learned how to fight back. Pressfield teaches that resistance is a lifelong enemy. Every time you grow, set new goals, or challenge yourself, it will show up again. But the more you face it, the stronger you become. He compares creative work to a warrior's battle. You must show up every day, ready to fight. Some days you'll win, some days resistance will win. But the real victory is refusing to give up. The takeaway? Resistance doesn't go away, but you get better at defeating it. Conclusion. The war of art is a wake-up call to stop making excuses and start doing the work. Whether you're a writer, an entrepreneur, an artist, or someone with a dream, resistance will try to stop you. But the only way to win is to show up, take action, and commit to your craft like a professional. Stop waiting for inspiration, create your own. Stop fearing failure, fear regret instead. Stop making excuses, do the work. Thank you for watching Real Deep Understanding. If this summary resonated with you, subscribe for more book breakdowns, hit the like button, and share your thoughts in the comments. What's one creative project or goal you've been putting off? Let us know below, and let's defeat resistance together. Remember, you are the warrior, and the war is won by action. Now go out there and do the work.